Book of 19 Nocturnes was the hardest art project I've ever done in my life. I conceived of it when I was 21 and kind of finished it when I was about 38. And it was drawn while hiking and traveling in at least 8 countries. And the text was collected in notebooks in my pocket. So as you can see, there's 19 books that all add up as chapters into one giant book about 17 inches thick. But here in the gallery, they're spread out along 3 long tables, and the gallery is wrapped in a wall drawing of a soaked black abstract surface that reaches from the ceiling to the floor, about 100 feet around. The main character is a woman made of wood named Book, who wakes up on the edge of a river in this strange place where the sun doesn't rise. And at the end of every chapter, she falls asleep and dreams. And at the beginning of each chapter, she wakes up again and then wanders around. She discovers that she has an artistic power to create monsters out of the bark and mud and moss and wood around her and her own body and the other creatures. But whenever this happens, she encounters a strange creature and they chat for a while. She asks questions like, "Where is my family? Where is my home?" And the creatures never give an excellent, or at least not an extremely satisfying, clear answer. In a way, it's a little bit Alice in Wonderland. There's some absurdity going on. This chapter, Nocturne 10, is set in a deciduous forest in the autumn, right when the leaves are all falling from the trees. So actually a lot of this, this was drawn on a street corner in Montreal. Yeah, that's where I live most of the time. A nocturne, by the way, it comes mainly from a musical genre of music that's either about nighttime and trying to evoke a sense of night, or music that's meant to be played at night. But it also can be applied to paintings, like Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night is a type of nocturne. And by that idea, bedtime stories are nocturnes and lullabies are nocturnes. I think maybe the ideal way to read this would be to read 1 per night over a course of 19 nights. Book dreamed of leaves. She rolled in leaves. She rubbed leaves all over her face. She dug down through the leaves, and in the hole was a troll. His arms were full of leaves. She named him Ing Ing Ing, and she passed him a bag made out of her shadow, knowing somehow that trolls love to carry bags of things. He filled it with leaves. "Oh, fie, huff," sang Ing Ing Ing. "Let me lay in the leaves and sing." He marched out from his hole with a sack full of leaves, leaving a trail of slugs in his path. "Leaves, dirt, trees, leaves," he sang. "Huff, huff, ugh." "Wait," said Book, "wait." But Ing 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 was not listening. He was sniffing the air with his disproportionate nose. He looked at Book and sang, "Fie, fie, huff, huff, ugh, fie, huff." "What do you mean?" she asked. Ing 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 looked sideways, then motioned for her to lean down to his level. He whispered in her ear, "We are the ones on top of the ceiling, under the floor, the ones who walk on the bottoms of tables, who you've never seen before." I'm trying to create a picture of my own interior universe. I believe that we all live in 2 worlds, in this physical world that we share with each other. But then whenever you're dreaming or remembering or imagining, you go into somewhere else, a place that is in contact with this world. The way that we think and dream and imagine affects how we behave and how we shape this world. And meanwhile, the world comes up in our imagination, in our hopes, in our fears, and in our dreams, of course. I can't tell you what it means. If you think you've figured it out, you could tell me. I'd be curious. Yeah.